bit of MORIZO tuning then on Lago Maggiore. Right, here we go then. It is of course that time once again, new week of dailies on GT7. And this week for Daily Race A, we're at Lago Maggiore and we are on the West Circuit. Was here a couple of weeks ago, weren't we? In the Audi Coupe, the TT Coupe that is. And we're back here again. This time though, we're going forwards and we are in the Toyota Corolla MORIZO Edition 22. We've got 5 laps then on the sports soft tyre with 1 times fuel, 1 times tyre and BOP. So for this one then, we've got quite a bit of a twitchy old car, the Toyota Corolla MORIZO Edition 22. Having said that, we do have full car tuning available for Daily Race A here this week. Pretty cool. Means we can tune the car to our personal tastes. Kind of like, here's the car we're giving you, make it work for you. So we'll have a go on this one then with tuning the car and seeing what we can do. What I'll try and do, I think, is set down a bit of a benchmark in the first race, see how we get on, see how we go, and then take it on from there. We can do whatever we like to the car as long as we do not go over 600 pp. I think coming into this one, the car is at just over 550. So a bit of wiggle room then to do a couple of bits to the car, which is good. Right, been round then, got ourselves acclimatised to Lago Maggiore West, going the right way, and we'll put down a benchmark performance then in the first race here today. So, see what happens. Here we go then, on the grid in P7. Right, foot off brake, onto gas, away we go. A bit of a laboured start then as we get down towards the first corner, getting swamped a bit there. Get ourselves around the first couple of corners now then, and down to P9. Get ourselves around here and onto the main part of the Lago Maggiore circuit. Sort of keep ourselves behind here, behind P8. Bit of a just sort of struggling there to get the front end of the car through there. Horns ablaze as we go down the hill towards the hairpin, and eyes out to the right there. Toyota, they're going up the inside. Get ourselves round to the hairpin now then. And to P10 then. Not so bad so far though. A nice, relatively tidy opening lap here at Lago Maggiore so far then. So these corners here, we've got to sort of keep an eye out for. Keep the car nice and straight. If we hit the brakes there, try not to lose the back end. Stick onto the back of these guys here then. Just sort of again fighting the back end there a little bit there to keep the car in check. Keep the car in check, and round the final corner to complete the first lap. Lap 2 then P10. One there going up the inside. Marshals waving those yellow flags out there to our left there for the car there trying to go through. Around the second corner then, we're going to hold on then to P10 for now. We do have, yeah, P11's right behind us there. Going to go to the inside here. Go to the outside, down towards the hairpin. We're on the inside for the hairpin. Ooh, very late on the brakes there. Somehow, Need for Speed drifting round the hairpin there. Cost us a small-ish amount of time, but we're still facing the right way. P11 still going off there in front of us there. P10 just enables us to close back in then. And again, around this corner, trying to keep the back end in check. Keeping one eye on the rear view mirror as well there, as the P12 closing in now. Here we are then, on to the third lap. Looking ahead to P10, getting onto the brakes. Oh, just sort of a bit of a ever so slightly friendly nudge of sorts there. Say that, they've just been pretty much span out there. Okay, down to P11 then. So far not so bad with the Toyota. As I say, the back end's a bit twitchy. Some of these corners, this one here in particular, third gear is P10 there, just sort of illustrating definitely what we see there in front of us there. And again on this corner here, the back end very twitchy indeed. This corner here quite tricky as well. On this occasion though, we get through nice and cleanly and onto the start finish line once again. And we're going to go onto the 4th lap of proceedings here. That's Lago Maggiore. Just really sort of wrestle the car around the second corner there, and now just follow it through that bit of a nice sort of tap there, the sausage curb as we make our way through. Maybe a bit lacking in the top speed department in the first race here. Hairpin again, just trying to take as much as you can on the inside there. Really maximise the drive out like that. Need more use to the car though, as we go through here. Still twitchy on the back end there, but not so bad so far then. Wrestling the car then onto the final lap of this one then. Back into the first corner then. Just take a nice amount of the apex there. Get yourself into this one then. Nice right-hander there. Opens up on the exit. Closing ever so slightly to P10. Down the hill. Looking for the 50-meter board. There it is. Get on the brakes. Down into third gear. Holding third gear there. Nice turn through the hairpin. We're going to sort of go here, aren't we, with P10, or for a small amount of time at least. 7/10 there heading into the final couple of corners, so maybe an opportunity here if we can just keep the back end in line through here. Maybe not so, but we'll get around the final couple of corners then in what's looking like P11. There we are, navigating the final corner. Like a Maggiore here. Going to be P11. Right, there we are then. Put a benchmark down in that first race. Apologies to the guy that I span out. Right then, I've done some tuning. One of the parts I've put into the car is a racing transmission. I feel like a bit more from under the hood is required from this one then. Something a bit like that. We've also done racing suspension as well. Tried to get the car to handle a bit better. Well, better-ish through these corners here. Definitely feels a bit more racy as we go round the first sort of installation lap here. And as ever, if you do happen to enjoy my pretty average driving at best on GT7, do like and subscribe, really do appreciate it. And if you do enjoy the video today, do let me know by dropping a like on it and hit the bell for notifications so you get notified of when I upload new videos of me spinning out and crashing everywhere on GT7. Right, we'll do a couple of laps and we'll see what this thing can do then. Well, it definitely feels a bit different, and we'll see if the differences we've made to the car are going to make any difference to the races. Let's get back in. Right, going from P5. Lights out and away we go. Down towards the first corner, then it's like hatchback into touring car. Oh, and a bit sort of contact going on there into the first corner. Horns ablaze, another bit of a contact going on there. Right, we're down to P7 now, so we've just sort of gone a bit backwards into the pack. Tried to now use all of our new tuned parts added to the car to get ourselves back up the order then. So going from a hatchback to a touring car. And the brakes there then with our racing transmission, went a bit deep there. Dropping down to P8. Supposed to make us go forwards. These tuning options, not backwards. One of them as we get into the, oh yeah, just a bit there. Like the car there to get ourselves through, but there we are, getting ourselves through then. Of course, the final corner then. And just get ourselves round here and on to the second lap. Lap 2 then, and running in P8 so far then. The first corner then, and again, really sort of having to keep the car straight there on the brakes there to stop it from spinning out. Now into P7 then. I'm not quite sure how we got there. I wasn't looking. Down the hill then. There's the 50-meter board. There it is onto the brakes then. Shifting down through the racing transmission. Get ourselves through to the hairpin then. Through the hairpin. And up the hill we go then. Trying to start making moves now going forwards. Smoother line through here now. That's much better through there like that. And just carry it through here like this then. Still a bit twitchy. The Toyota here. Despite all the tuning done to the car, but we are still going, and on to lap 3. Lap 3, P7, getting ourselves into the first corner once again. Quick shift down to second there, all a bit deep there. That's it, got ourselves round. Nice friendly-ish tap of the sausage curve there. Now 6 seconds clear of the car behind then, so one thing, we are a bit more competitive in this one then, with the new parts on the car. Just a bit here though with the hairpin. It's sort of a bit cumbersome there, going through the hairpin. Still going though, although the back end of the car could also maybe do with some work as well. Sort of manage it really and try to make some inroads on the car in front then. On to lap 4, gaining on the car in front. I can't really tell, to be honest, at the minute. Might be a tiny bit. There's that car there that's gone off just ahead of us there. Yeah, it looks as though we are now gaining on the car in front then. Just over a second then is that gap now. Really sort of trying to utilise the setup we have on the car now. Put it around the hairpin like, oh, yeah, not like that. One of them. The car's still twitchy. Yeah, a bit wide there on that corner as well. And, oh, it's just going to affect our turn in there. Track penalty, just for good measure. The marshals waving yellow flags on the final corner. We are going to carry on and get ourselves onto the start of the final lap. Final lap. 0.5 second time penalty, not so bad in the grand scheme. Are definitely feeling very racy compared to the last race we did. Right, penalty has been served. Yeah, 2 there, 1 in front there as well. I'm not quite sure we're going to be able to catch those guys there. Get around this hairpin a bit better this time. Where are we then? 7.9. So yeah, about 8 seconds to the car behind. So it should be all fine and dandy then. In P7, get ourselves through these final couple of corners then. Yeah. Really follow the apex through there like that, and nice and casually down towards the final corner. Yeah, to the start finish line, and here we come in P7. Right, here we are then. A few more bits and pieces then added to the car. So now we are right up at 599 pp. So right on the max then pretty much of what we can tune the car to. So now, well, compared to the first race anyway, it is now, as I said before, hatchback to touring car. Though I think in this one, the difference in performance might not be as much as the difference in PP was not as much when I put the parts on the car this time. But yeah, so far feels like it does have a bit more rump to it. Oh yeah, definitely a lot quicker than what we were at the start. You always get on a really good lap when the time's about to run out. Well, it is what it is. So we'll get back in. Okay, here we are then. E6. Right, watch the lights. Away we go. Charging away then. And what we have now, a fully fledged BTCC touring car. To the first corner then, and here we are then, nice and tidy so far. Then down to first and back to the second. Then as we say, now feels like a proper race car. Got on our hands now. Get ourselves round up here then, and holding stations in P8. Right, go with the guys then, and see where we get to. Oh, it's like Group 3 all of a sudden in this race now. Into the hairpins, watch it there for car on the inside. There they are, car behind as well. They're alright. Just alongside us there, as we, yeah, there they are. So we just sort of get ourselves up the hill. Ooh, still a couple of bits of the car, just sort of getting the front end through those corners there. On the brakes, watch out there for the car on the inside. There they go. Then, oh, I was going to just try there to just sort of go straight back up the inside there, but just sort of covered it off there quite nicely. P10 towards the end of the first lap, but definitely, yeah, definitely like a touring car race that we've got here now. On to lap 2. Got a car there right behind us there. We're going to get on the brakes here for the first corner. We're still going to go third for the first corner here. Then down to second here for the right-hander. And there's just the front end going on there. I'm sure with this, if you sort of tune like the real, like specifics, like the particular details, you could really get this thing to work really well around there. If you sort of went in and looked at like suspension, ride heights and stuff like that in time towards the hairpin, then just, yeah. It's a bit cumbersome there as well on the hairpin as well, as we say. Still various bits and pieces, as I say, you can do to the car to really get it to go round there properly. Oh yeah, just still a bit twitchy through the corners here. Definitely enjoying the racing transmission to say the least. And on to lap 3, where are we? P9. Sports soft tyres screeching there through the first corner, and again, around the second corner here, and carrying that on as we just sort of get ourselves over the sausage curb there. Bit of grass there just for good measure, and carrying on, getting ourselves down the hill towards the hairpin. Again here, just feels very sort of cumbersome through the hairpin there, so turning round the corner, but sort of bit of effort required to get the car round the corner. Again, this one here too, just keeping it on the track like that. Not quite managed to get rid of the twitchy back end entirely, but it does feel a bit better with the car now tuned to, or the car modified to where it's modified to now. Say maximising the PP at 599, so as I say, you could really sort of get into the more detail of it, couldn't you, and tune it how you wanted it. Lap 4. Still hearing P9 recording stations and P9 got a gap. Oh, hold on. Right, as I was saying, gap of about 15 seconds for the car behind them. So yeah, holding stations in P9. I think that little bit of a excursion there is going to sort of condemn us now, isn't it? It's P9. 6.3 behind P8. So yeah, do our thing and see if we can catch ourselves back up. We've got lap and a bit to go then. 7 seconds, so actually they're pulling out on us, so it might just be a case of hanging on in then for P9 around the final corner, and there is P8 there just in the distance as we start the final lap here at Lago Maggiore, and again onto the brakes for the first corner, get ourselves round, down towards this corner, yep, get ourselves round the hairpin for the final time, just kind of on the inside like that, run it out onto the apex, sort of drags a bit going up the hill, but doesn't really make that much of a difference at the moment given where we are. And we're just going to approach the final sector, the final part of the lap here, and get ourselves round. We've got loads of time to get ourselves to the finish line and round the final corner. Right, here we are then, over the line in P8. Good race then at Lago Maggiore in the Toyota Corolla MORIZO Edition 22. Yeah, pretty cool that you can tune the car. No doubt that if you put a bit of time into this one, you can really get the car going exactly the way you want it to, and do not so bad round here. But yeah, good race that, giving it a nice go. Get on now to daily races B and C, and we'll see what the rest of the week delivers. But yeah, this race is pretty good. Might come back to it at some point, see what happens.